Welcome back in. It's time now for Next Level Talents on Kansas Sports Chatter. This segment, an opportunity for us to talk to former high school athletes from Kansas that are now competing at a college or university in the state of Kansas. And for today's guest, we go to Manhattan to talk with Kansas State University soccer athlete Reece Walrod, who is from Overland Park, Kansas, played at Blue Valley West High School. Reece, you're going into your junior year now for the Wildcats. Does it feel like 3 years removed from playing high school soccer?
Absolutely not. I feel like it was just yesterday that it was my junior year of high school winning a state title. Like, that feels crazy to me that it's already been that long.
Well, we'll go back 3 years ago. So what was it like? What stood out to you about playing high school soccer at Blue Valley West?
For me, it was just the way that the school showed up for us every single game, every single practice, every single assembly that had to do with girls soccer. I had the best teammates and the best coach, and it was just awesome. Everything was so family oriented, and yes.
You mentioned already that 2022 state championship. What do you remember from that match against Washburn Rural and that 2-0 win?
I remember just all of us like understanding going into that game that it was going to be a toss-up. Washburn Rural had a great team that year, and we knew it was going to be a tough game, but I think we knew it also came down to who was going to want it more, and we wanted it. So I think we just went into that game knowing that we'd do anything for the teammate next to us and that would get us through.
Any specific play that stands out to you in that one?
Honestly, the thing that I remember the most from that game is like the feeling of the last like 10 minutes when I knew that we were up by 2 goals and we just had to do anything and everything to keep the ball out of the net, especially coming from a defender. And I remember when the clock finally ticked down and we had won the state title.
Anything that stands out that you learned, especially at the high school level at Blue Valley West, that you've taken and has kind of translated nicely to the success that you've had at the collegiate level now going into your 3rd year at K-State?
I think I've just learned that a lot of the time it's work ethic that gets you to success, not being the most talented person in the room or like being the cockiest or like
sure
being the loudest person in the room. I think it's the hardest working players and like it's the hard work that has gotten me to where I am now. And I think that's translated a lot in college, especially playing against teams that you know that there's going to be girls that are better than you and you just have to work that much harder.
What was the competition like in that Kansas City area? I imagine it's just like a hotbed for a lot of really good soccer teams, but you talk about not only at Blue Valley West, but just in the KC metro area. What was that competition like?
A lot of my best friends actually played for other teams and ended up going to Division I schools and like played for other high school teams across the metro area. It was just like a never ending competition. Like there was never a game throughout the week that we were like, we can breathe with that one. Like it was, whether it was another Blue Valley school or one of the private schools, like you were going into every game knowing that you were going to have to fight to win that game. The competition was nuts.
For you now going into that 3rd year, and I was looking at some of your bio, 1 of 4 Wildcats to start every match last season. For you, what was the recruitment like, and why did you end up choosing K-State?
As long as I can remember, I have bled purple. I've been purple. Both my parents went there, and I can remember going to games when I was literally a year old, whether it was football, basketball, or just being in Manhattan for the day. And it's always just felt like a second home to me. So when recruiting opened up and I got the call, I committed almost immediately. I had a much quicker recruiting process than most players, and mostly because I knew that's where I wanted to be. But I just love that in Manhattan, everything feels like a family. All the athletes are there for each other. The community is there for the college and everything in between.
Reece, appreciate the time and best of luck this season.
Thank you. Have a good one.